And then you have...
What if you sent it off to the chief? Yeah, he
I
did.
think he copied
Yeah.
every department in town.
The chief is, so.
So that was his attachment.
But those are Connecticut rules.
Yeah.
So that's all the correspondence. The other thing you have is the meeting with the select board.
All right, there's a change.
You got that paper, Steve?
I'll do
Put
somewhere.
these in here, back in here.
There was a change to meet with the select board to see if they'll appoint, Rob Chauvin was changed to 5:05 on the 17th at the fire station.
The fire
Complex.
department's conference room, that's gotta be
Yeah.
the training room they have, right? If it's the fire department. You have the note from Kathy? Yeah.
Yep, yes, 5:05, Monday, September 17th.
So next Monday.
Yes, next Monday.
So you're gonna let Rob know?
Yeah, I'll contact Rob, because I told him it was gonna be at 6:30 at the
And we need
Council on Aging.
resumes.
Yes, he knows.
No, it's not quite done yet. No, not that, just a few little things from me. The bylaws that we were changing, you know, those others that we worked on, with the 5 estate lots, up to 5 estate lots, and all that.
The potential bylaw changes, yeah.
Pardon?
The potential bylaw changes?
Yes, potential bylaw changes. We have to take them further now to get them through.
Correct.
So, if everybody's okay with it, I will, run them by the attorney, the town attorney, to see if he has any ifs, ands, or buts on it. And then we can schedule a public hearing and all that, because I believe the bylaw committee is looking for a town meeting in December.
December?
Yeah, so we'll just make it if we get a move on. And anything else we might want to change at the same time.
Yeah, I think we were pretty well caught up to date. There were a couple of things that we were gonna wait on.
Yeah, but at 6.2, we need to get done. And that's just like a one-sentence thing that we can change it to.
Now, before we send it to town attorney, is it going to be written as if it was an article?
What I was
With-
going to send him is, here's what we had, here's what we want to change it to. Do you have any differences?
Right, it should be, I think it should be written exactly what we plan to present. So if he has any comments or notes or changes, we should be able to make them. And that would make sense, because
If you want, I can do that for the next meeting. Get it ready and run it through here first, and
I think we want to run it through Pioneer Valley, through Sue first.
and you went through all those with us.
We already went through that. I think you're right, that if you send them on to the town attorney, get his feedback, that's the next step.
Okay, so you've already reviewed them then?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
here with us
Yeah.
when we went through them. Yeah. So, do you want to make up the whole paperwork like it would be going to the town meeting? And bring it in here first? And then send it to the attorney, or send it to the attorney and then come back here with any changes he had?
I think in an effort to save time, if we're under kind of a crunch to have the public hearing, we can cut 2 weeks off of it by not coming to
Yeah.
the next meeting with it.
You won't
just
know
going
what's
to
being
the
changed,
attorney.
I can just plunk it in there. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna
just-
be adjusted after the hearing, potentially adjusted after the hearing anyway. It'll have to go back to town council for final review before presented, if there's any tweaking to it.
Right.
Right, so maybe we can get that done before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, good
that
idea.
makes sense, now, saves us
Okay.
that too.
Now, as far as our October 8th meeting, I know you've all been thinking about this.
You know what, yeah, I have
I'm
been
glad you
thinking
brought it
about
up.
it.
It was right.
Because it is Columbus Day, and actually I'll be away that week, so
You're away the whole week?
I am.
Ah, okay, so we should
So I
not
had to
have,
think about it.
so we should not have a meeting that week and go to the next week, or?
You'd
'cause I was
be more than
thinking
welcome to have a meeting without me.
If you're, but if you're gonna continue the public hearing
Yes.
after the last September meeting, you're gonna be
Right.
running into that particular one.
Well, we would just continue the public hearing until the next time we met.
Because we don't have a poll. I mean, Rob would hopefully be here by then.
Oh, I see.
But because
Well,
he wasn't in
okay.
on the beginning, he
Right,
doesn't
she's
count.
not gonna.
Right. Good point.
Okay.
Let's see where we're at on the 24th.
Okay.
Okay. Kathy did ask the conservation if they could meet downstairs that next day, that Tuesday. She hasn't gotten an answer back yet.
You mean the 9th?
Yes, but if Glenn's not gonna be here,
Well, no offense to Glenn, but if we've got business, we should,
but if
as long as it's not a hearing,
yeah, as long as it's.
as long as it's not that hearing,
that
or,
hearing, yes.
then we should,
That's
if there's
what-
if there's A&Rs or something, we should just,
So if we
Conduct.
continue that hearing at, yeah, it's last meeting in September, it has to be like the last meeting in October.
correct.
Okay, so that was that. And anybody happen to notice the dumpster outside of Pete's Palace, sitting right on the side again? Right
Back up front again?
Back up front? Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Oh, yes. So, is that something we just let the building inspector know, or, I mean, in a letter, or just go annoy him?
Notify him again. He was out back there for a while.
So, do you want to just let, I've got to be at the Council on Aging tomorrow,
We'll just
so I
notify
can
him.
just let him know.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 5:55. Running out of things to talk.
No, it's the release of the performance bond for
Oh, the
CBS.
CBS, you have that.
I do.
You do, you all have it. It's a memo, I believe there. See the email?
I think it's already expired, but it's just a formality now to
Yeah.
release it.
So we have to do that.
The letter has to be sent.
This is the,
No, we only have one section.
okay, I was gonna say, this is the,
Yeah, yeah, you have the only packet.
Okay.
So, we have to vote on that.
So I'll make a motion that we send a letter to Chris Martin and Kathy Kelly Regan to release the bond for CVS.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion?
Yeah, other one done. Did you want to talk about this one that's not on the agenda? This one, which one? This is Dickinson's. That's right here. That's your copy. They want to come back before the board, so they want them at the next. They're making changes to the approved site plan.
Okay, yep. Yeah, they come back next meeting.
Does that warrant a public hearing?
I would say so. The
Yeah.
changes
You know what?
they're going to
Yeah.
make, yeah.
That was a change to the original.
Yeah, but they're
plan.
they're switching panels around.
That's what I mean, so
Putting more on one
there's
side
changes,
than the
right,
other.
Would they have time to make the, by notification of abutters and publication of the public hearing? Could they do it in 2 weeks?
No,
So we'd have to put it out to, oh boy, sometime
it'd be
in.
October meeting.
Okay, but we can't, if that's the case, we can't have a public hearing while Glenn's not here.
But we'll have Rob, hopefully.
Yeah,
We can have a public hearing, right? For this. This is new. Well, it's all of it's new. I mean, the changes are new. So, this is a new,
wonder if we should meet maybe the following week, the week after.
Hang on a second.
The 15th, and then we'll meet again on the 22nd. There's 5 Mondays. Take your pick. You're just gone that 1 week?
yes.
You sure you're coming back?
Yes, plans are to come back, yes.
Well, how does that fall for select board meetings, Glenn?
Well, that would be, the 15th would be the select board. Because it would be October 1st and 15th.
I've got to check, but I'm not sure this requires another hearing. We have to determine exactly what they're doing, if it's less evasive.
The way I read it was that they are still working within the perimeter of the approved complex. They're just moving things around.
They're putting more solar panels on the Morgan Street side.
They're still working within the same footprint, though.
Correct.
I would say let them come in and present to us what their changes are, what they're requesting first,
And then
before we
decide.
determine whether or not we feel we need to open the hearing, open a hearing.
A new hearing. Okay.
Makes sense?
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so,
But again, we'd have to do that when Glenn is, no. I was gonna say because Glenn took part of the original hearing.
It's no different than if the project was approved and it went to conservation after the fact, which happens a lot, and conservation has them tweak a few things, then they come back to us for permission. If the board deems that it's not anything substantially different or has any adverse.
You know what else we could do is we could, Will's gonna be talking with the town attorney, have him take a look at this and see what he says.
But
Is that-
that's fine, but and he can give you his opinion in general, but if in fact that there's nothing substantial, and we've got to see the plans, what they're proposing, before we'd say, wait a minute, this is going to affect sight lines or buffers or, you know, then we'd say we want another hearing.
so in that case, Glenn doesn't have to be here.
I don't believe so.
So you want me to let Kathy know to let them know to come in at the next meeting,
Yep, they can present what they're changing, what they're proposing.
at the end of September? And you'll be here anyway.
That would be the 24th.
Okay, it is 6:02.
Okay, we'll move along to the A&R for 8th Street, sorry, South Street. East side of South Street. We'll get it right. Come on up.
So we have just divided this back in July into 3 lots from the original estate lot for the Silsby family. And they had a buyer lined up, that's why we divided it that way. And when that buyer backed out, a new buyer showed up and they wanted to buy the whole piece instead of 2 pieces. They didn't need a second building lot there, so we're just doing the house lot and the 1 lot to the.
Was that the original?
This is the original, yes, this is what you guys approved back in July.
So was this ever recorded?
Yes, this is recorded in the registry.
Okay. So we're going from this just to
Just
one
to,
lot. They
yeah,
want the
one, these 2 are becoming 1.
So back to square one.
I think we need to stamp that.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it.
Unfortunate, I gotta go back and record it again.
Yeah, exactly. And now, do you guys want to collect a fee again?
Oh, yes.
So is that this $250 then?
Correct.
All right.
No. It's just one change, right?
It's 2 going into 1. So-
Which is, so
Yeah,
it's one.
this sideline didn't change at all, right?
This is all said the same, so these 2 become
Yeah.
1.
Right. Because this is already subdivided, as per that.
Yep.
Now we're just taking 2 into 1.
So you're making 1 change.
But it's 2 lots.
It's 2 lots, so it is 250.
All right.
Mm,
wanted to check
I don't see, yeah, okay.
Start slowing my way, I'll start.
You get the people to sign in, everybody else to sign.
Folks, I just ask if you're here, just to please sign in. Any chance. Thank you.
Where are you going with that?
So I can assembly line here. Yes, I take money, yes. Thank you. You want to leave those over there? I'll be passing them along too. You want to leave these over here with the pen? That way, stay.
I will sign these over here if you want to go over there. Sign.
They're all dated?
I did, yes,
You did there.
yes.
And now do you
Yes,
How many got there? Four?
There's 4 there.
Oh, yes. There you go. You're welcome.
Everybody's all set?
The papers,
Oh, yeah, the 8.5 by 11.
the application.
They were in
They
there,
were in there,
yes,
I had everything to you guys at the time, right?
yep.
they were in there.
They
They
were
wrapped
there.
back up inside the,
They all rolled up in here.
They just have to go with the check.
Also.
All right, thank you very much.
thank you.
Have a lovely evening.
You too. What is the 4 Porter Street? You know what that is? Oh. Mr. Mason? Okay. Why don't you come on up, please, sir?
This is, those are my neighbors.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm on the assistant therapist.
Hello.
4 Porter Street, end of November last year.
Okay.
We're looking to do is to open up an antique business on the property, and we just need to find out what direction we need to go. We were told to have us get this on the docket just to kind of get things rolling.
You need a site plan. It's under site plan approval here. But I'm gonna- I have it on my- The use. Oh, there it is right there.
What page is that, real quick?
18.
18, it's down the bottom.
It's something for mixed use, 18.
Pardon me?
Is that the one where it says zone for mixed use?
No.
No.
No, no.
This is on, you're in the village center district.
Yep.
So it says site plan approval by the planning board. It says the use of a portion of a dwelling or accessory building as an antique shop, gift shop, hobby shop, when such use is clearly secondary to the use of the premises as a dwelling. So that would.
Sounds like what you're doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need, do you know what's involved with the site plan?
No, so that's why I said start here, and then it gives us redirections to where to go next and what to do.
Yeah, pretty much tell us what you plan on doing.
The barn that already exists, that was rebuilt, I think, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, somewhere in there. We want to open up an antique shop, mostly just on weekends, because we both teach school. And then probably in the summertime, maybe open up the third day.
That's what we kind of need. A design, what you're gonna be doing to the property.
Yeah, we're gonna do, basically, a site plan to show us where you're parking, entrance, exits. We don't need to see anything that's going on inside the building, it's not in our purview.
There's
It doesn't
also-
require ZBA or it's just basically a site plan review, it's allowed.
So simple enough. Our building's here, access to the building will be here, we're gonna have X amount of parking spaces out front, you know, kind of
Okay. You need pictures taken of it, or just like?
Just like drawing.
Well,
Just
you need a professional drawing.
Yeah.
She's an artist.
Well,
In the bylaws, it tells you what's needed for site plan review.
correct.
Site plan approval. I'm on page 96, Jim. It's kind of similar to this thing here. We need 8 copies and all that. So you can go online. Have you looked at the bylaws online?
Okay.
Go to page 96, it says site plan approval, tells you everything, and then the procedures.
Okay.
Okay? That'll,
And then after we get that, we come back?
then you schedule with Kathy Leonard to come back here, so we put you on the agenda. Your undivided attention.
Okay.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
And 8 copies of those, where can you usually get those? Can you get them through?
Get what? The bylaws?
Yeah, I mean,
Just,
all these here,
yeah.
there's a lot of different companies you can go to. Yeah.
Any engineering
Yeah.
company,
Yeah.
land surveyor,
Hang on a second, that's, okay, unfortunately, so you're in the village, oh, you're right there on the corner, right there, yeah. Okay, so you're in the village common. Okay, so what it's gonna need is a special permit. So the special permit means, we're gonna have to have a hearing. So you're gonna have to file paperwork with Kathy down at Town Hall. They notify the abutters, and we'll review your site plan approval at that time.
and the paperwork for that is online too, under the planning board and stuff.
It's
It's a form.
it's just a process. It is allowed, you just have to make sure that any of the abutters there's no
Goes in the
issues.
paper for 2 weeks or something?
Yeah, we have to advertise it, post it. That's basically it. If you got any other questions, either the building inspector or Kathy can probably,
Sounds good.
Thank you.
good luck.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Now, I would assume I'm gonna have to recuse myself from that since he's my neighbor.
Yep,
Okay.
you'll be in a butter.
Yep.
Yeah, SPA is site plan approval only. SP is special permit.
right.
Oh, I was running down the wrong road, so you should have corrected me.
What's that?
So you should have corrected me.
I did, that's why I went back to double check and told them that's what they needed to do.
I'll make a motion that we
Close.
close the meeting temporarily and open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So at 6:15, we're just continuing our hearing to consider application for Borrego Solar Systems, Inc., 55 Technology Drive, Suite 102, Lowell, Mass., for a special permit and site plan approval as required in the following sections of the Granby zoning bylaws. Section 3.0, Table 1, Scheduled Use of Regulations. Section 5.99, Large-Scale Ground-Mounted Solar Photovoltaic Installations. Section 6.2, Special Permits. Section 6.3, Site Plan Approval. The application and purpose is to install a 6.2 megawatt DC ground-mounted solar photovoltaic septic facility on approximately 30-acre portion of parcel land located at 0 Kendall Street, Assessor Parcel ID 8-B-5, owned by Breezy Acres LLC of 25 Pleasant Street, Granby, Mass., which is located within a residential single-family RS zoning district. Okay.
You're by yourself today?
I'm by myself tonight.
What can we do for you?
Good evening, Ryan Smith from Borrego Solar. Really, what I was looking for tonight, we haven't submitted any additional or revised information since the last time I appeared here before you. We did send that on to Kathy Leonard along with the check for the peer review. Made a selection off your preferred reviewers list and sent a request to start the peer review process. So that's what I was hoping tonight, is that the board will consider that and perhaps vote to move forward with contracting with the peer reviewer for review of our submittal, and we can move forward in the process.
Who did you pick?
Ty and Bond was the selection off the list.
Now, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they now work with Susan?
They work directly with Sue, basically representing the Granby Planning Board.
Okay, so we'll deal with
So
that.
Sue will coordinate with, if the board chooses to vote on it, will coordinate with Ty and Bond to review the latest set of drawings and specifications provided.
So you would like me to reach out to them and start that process?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, whatever I can do to help you
Great.
expedite that, I'm happy to do.
Do you have the contact at Time Bond?
It's whatever was on the preferred
Oh,
list.
okay. You haven't necessarily talked to somebody.
Yeah,
directly,
I'm not beholden to anyone there,
Okay.
so whoever is available on the
I
engineering
see.
side to review the plans is fine with us.
So basically, the way it works, everything goes through Sue.
Okay.
Correct. So she'll present them with all your documentation. They have any questions
I
or?
just need to make sure, right, that I have all of the most up-to-date information, which I think I do, but I need to confirm that. I should confirm that.
Correct.
Okay, if you're missing anything, just let me know.
Okay.
I'd be happy to provide additional copies or supplemental information.
Okay.
whatever you need.
So your contact information should be on here, right?
It is, yeah, the easiest way would be email. It's dsmith@borregosolar.com. It's BORREGOSOLAR.
Okay.
And my office phone is 978-221-3103.
Okay.
So any of the responses we get back from Ty and Bond will go to you and then back.
And then move right on to the public hearing and
Correct.
go back and forth and
Well,
hopefully develop a decision.
Correct. Some of that may happen prior to the next meeting. In other words, any questions that they have on their calcs or corrections or adjustments go through you. They'll respond back to you, so you'll be the go-between.
Sue, what's your contact information?
Why don't I give you a card?
Have you met with conservation yet?
No, we're probably going to be filing later this week, so we have not met with them.
Okay, because that's one of the things that we need an answer on.
You need to get any of the other things yet, I would assume, that were on the list?
Sorry.
The report from National Grid.
Yeah, that's in process, so the process takes a while. We've made application. I think we provided our application, the earlier screening memos from them. It's mostly design details and interconnection things that are being discussed at this point.
Okay.
There will be an ISA. I'm not sure if it's been issued yet. Our project developer will provide that. So that's their study that shows what improvements need to be made in order for us to connect our system. So,
Okay. Do you have any questions?
You can need a vote, turn over to...
I think you should open it up to public comment, since we have a couple of people.
Do we have any questions?
You see,
We'll be back.
Never mind.
Yeah, and we kind of knew tonight was just going to be more of an administrative thing to
Right.
make sure that,
Well, we did have a couple of residents show up, so.
yep, absolutely.
I'll make a motion that we
Continue.
continue the public hearing and reconvene our regular meeting.
Continue the public hearing to,
Oh, when are we
September
meeting?
24th?
September 24th?
Is that our next meeting?
No, yes, it is our next meeting.
so that's what we're continuing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
that,
that's a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know, I would be a little surprised if we're able to set up the contract and get comments from a peer reviewer in 2 weeks.
Right, it's.
But in case anything else comes up, I think that's what we had discussed at the
Yeah, but
last
do we
meeting.
actually, we can't extend it out with even though we're meeting?
we can go out as far as we
Yeah.
want, but if anything comes up between now and then, we cannot discuss
We
it.
can't discuss it, that's all.
So if we
So
just
we can't.
continue it, I'd continue to the 24th. There may be maybe you get some feedback that they want to,
Okay,
that's all.
Please, so that-
You don't necessarily have to be here.
okay,
Right,
okay, if nothing comes up, then I won't.
Yeah.
Right.
How's that?
right.
But we're leaving it open just so that if something does come up, we don't want to have to wait another 2 weeks.
Right, okay.
We're trying to be considerate of the
Good
applicant.
idea to reach out to the board too and find out.
Yeah, you can,
Need
if
for me to come at that meeting?
Absolutely, yeah.
we're basically.
Well, I think basically Susan would know,
Okay.
because now everything is in your hands.
All right.
So we're
make a
gonna let
motion.
Susan know if you need to be here, or are we just saying, no, you don't need to be here?
We're going to see if there was any reason with,
With what you're doing?
time bonds that, right, we would need to be
Okay,
here.
so you'll
I just
reach
wanna
out-
check that date anyway.
I think what we're saying
Yeah,
is,
I can't come
we've
that night
basically
anyway,
turned it
so.
over to Susan, it's in Susan's hands now.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'll
she
let you
can't
know
come
if I
that night
hear
anyway.
anything,
Okay.
yeah.
That's probably a bit.
A bit soon?
I'd be
For them to be able to
surprised.
turn around the review, so it's likely
Yeah.
it'll go.
We're not expecting it, but like Jim was saying, if something does come up,
Something
it's
comes
on the
Yeah.
agenda.
Sure.
Even if it's contractual,
Right,
that we don't want to have to move it out another 2 days.
Will that be continued to a time certain too, or just?
Six, it should be 6.
6 o'clock,
So make the
6
motion.
o'clock or 6:15?
6:15.
6:15.
September 24th, 6:15.
Okay, so your motion was to continue the public hearing to September 24th at 6:15 PM here.
Correct.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay,
I'll
now,
make a motion to reopen our regular meeting.
reconvene the regular meeting, okay? Jim?
Second.
Okay?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ta-da. She has that.
She has it.
She
you
has her
gave
own-
that to me,
She has
right?
her own set, yeah.
Yeah.
A model of efficiency.
So, can I ask a related question?
No.
Do you usually sign those contracts as a board? Is that how that works here?
No, the chair.
Just you do? Okay. So we can figure that out.
So you'll need to get it to Glenn
Yes.
for his official signature.
And some of this stuff goes off to the town attorney too. The performance bond,
On the
That will be
typical-
later, right?
Yeah,
but before the contract gets signed,
Where the contract is, we wanna make sure the bond's all correct.
the bond is there as well as the,
Before the peer review comes?
Not before the peer review.
oh, I'm misunderstanding. I
Right.
thought you were
No,
thought you were
he needs the
talking
contract
Yes.
if we do end up going
I'm
through
sorry.
everything.
that was a test, if you're paying attention.
I got you.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
stay dry.
Thank you folks for coming.
Have a good evening.
Anything else?
Do you want to just quickly go through the open item actions? We can just lock them off and follow
The
them.
old business?
Okay, you ready? A lot of these are left over from August. Give sign PVCP rep letter to Kathy Leonard to mail, completed. That was me.
Good job.
Okay. Give Kendall Street solar escrow letter to Kathy to mail, done, and we have the check. Give initial Kendall Street solar escrow setup letter to Steve Nally, done. Update, approve peer review list and send to Kathy for posting, done. Incorporate changes discussed on the planning board state, update of the open space recreation plan, done. Contact applicant for recording secretary, done. Ooh, here's the one. Jennifer Kern is not interested, you were gonna invite Rob, so you're done with that.
That's
Completed.
not look last week.
Look at that. Nothing. Oh, meet with high school principal. You still wanna try that?
You know what? School's back in session, so now, since we don't have a
You wanna try it?
applicant, I will try it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll put that on the end of September. And, the stamp is here, so that's done. We're just all sorts of things. The rest is in progress. Nameplates,
Kathy was gonna look into them for me, last time we talked about it. so
okay.
I don't know.
and then all the rest is ongoing.
Knock quite a bit of stuff off that list.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Next meeting, September
If-
24th.
I like the way the meeting flowed this evening, starting at 5:30. It was 45 minutes to get all the little stuff done, and then the big stuff. If, I don't have a problem with coming at 5:30. I don't know about anybody else.
I don't.
I don't mind. I like getting out there earlier than later,
I agree.
so.
You want
no
to change
problem.
to 5:30 now?
Yeah, I'm fine with 5:30. You know, if someone's late, as long as we're only doing administrative stuff from 5:30 to 6,
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, then that's fine.
and then move on to other business.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
So
So
September
September
24th at
At
5:30.
5:30, yeah. Okay,
Was there an email sent out about the next Monday night's meeting? Because I don't remember seeing one.
no, that was discussed at the select board meeting. You're talking about the meeting with the select board.
Correct, at the
That was-
public
that
safety
was-
complex.
Right, that was discussed for the appointment, considered appointment of Rob
Rob,
Sullivan.
okay.
So we should be,
We had sent a letter to the select board.
Yes, yeah.
And then they responded at the meeting, but
it should have been a letter sent requesting that the planning board attend the meeting.
I thought.
I just
that-
want to make sure that I get notification so I can put it on my calendar, that's all.
Yeah, I thought there was an email sent out on that.
It was supposed to be.
I'll check. If there is, I'll send it to your other email. Or I'll send it to both.
Send it to, thank you.
But now it's.
But now it's
so-
5:05?
So the next
5:05.
planning board meeting is not Monday, September 25. It's
What technically it's next
Monday.
17th.
September 17th. at 5:05.
I gotta find out why it was changed too.
In the fire department's conference room. That's the only thing I figure out, is that big training room.
No, there's a,
There's
I
a
think they have,
conference room.
there's a conference room, but that's on the police side.
no, it's a shared conference room between both.
Well, because she specifically called it the fire department's conference room.
Well, that, it must be there because you guys are probably holding a regular
You're holding a
meet-
regular,
Yeah.
select board meeting, so
So you
that
need-
conference room wouldn't be large enough. It'd have to be in the
I
other
think
room.
it's- Yeah, I think the train.
but you have to go in through, you have to be let in through,
Yeah.
yeah. You have to go in like,
You have to go in through the police department?
Yeah.
yeah, you have to
straight
go
ahead.
straight down and
Into
then
the
they
fire
have to let
department.
you in the doorway there.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ooh, 6:30.